Hello everybody and welcome back to PRA Season 5. It's been a long time since we've gone racing last, but here we are, we're back. I'm Crimson itself, your host for today's event, and I'm alongside my commentators, Ally and Daystriker, and there you see our photographer, Murillo, here for the penultimate race of Season number 5. Hello Daystriker. Hello, Ally. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. It's been a while since I've been in the booth, and I'm ready to get to see some racing action from Tennessee.
I'm doing well myself. Feels like it's been a while since I've been in the booth, but it's only been 2 races.
Yeah,
And
but 2 races very spread out, so it's going to be very interesting. Let's go ahead and, oh man, I don't know if the points are going to work or not. Oh, they didn't. Oh, they did. Never mind. There we go. There you see it. The points headed into this race. So Coringa is by far leading the way. 11 points over Max Bluggio, by far the championship favorite. He's been dominant all season. He's been winning ever since the beginning. He literally won his duel to kick off the season. I mean, he has been on a roll all season long. Without a doubt, the favorite. Max Bluggio in second, 11 points back. He is your other championship contender right now with 2 races remaining in this season with 2,054 points to his name. He's not here today. He is actually being covered by the most active sub in the league right now in Tar. He's driving Max Bluggio's car tonight, and hopefully he can get some points for Max and keep him in this title fight. Slamdor in third is not here today, so it's going to be really interesting seeing how this plays out, because now it's either going to be a title locked up early in the season, with 1 race early, a title got locked up, or it'll be 2. There is no possibility now of there being a 3-person fight for a championship. So it's going to be really interesting seeing how this works out. So lots to pay attention to. Particularly seeing if Tar can keep up with IR Motorsports' Coringa in the 24. Anyway, on the pole position tonight is System in the 71. Great qualifying effort from him. Core 1 position back, and then DB looking to win at the same race he won for his first career win 1 season ago. A very interesting top 3 from 3 prominent teams in the league: Slide Job Danny Racing, IR Motorsports, and IR's close alliance team of Island Motorsport Garage. And in fourth, the 4th most prominent team in the league by far. Actually, it might even be the 3rd, pretty up there with IMG. That's Ace Alpine Racing's Aiden. He owns Slide Job Danny Racing, but this season he made the decision to move to AAR. He is sitting 5th in the points. He's looking at potentially getting a P3 in his 5th season of PRA competition. Well, Ally Daystriker, any final notes before we get to interviews and race overview?
I think I'm pretty set with the notes that I've got, and ready to see what the drivers have to say for themselves.
Alrighty then, let's get interviews started here from Nashville in the Music City 200. Before we do that, actually, 200 miles, 150 laps in tonight's race. Let me change. Oh crap! Hold on. Okay, I'll get that figured out in a second. Yeah. 200 laps, or miles, 150 laps, as we get interviews kicked off here, starting with our pole sitter System, who is currently, once again, as we pull up the points, he is sitting 4th in the points, potentially looking at getting 3rd in the points today. Actually, that's pretty much guaranteed unless he, I don't know, finishes last in the race. Hello, System. How are you doing today?
Doing pretty good.
Starting on the pole position, looking for another win for yourself in Slide Job Danny Racing after a pretty nice season so far. You won the Coca-Cola 300. I don't remember if you really won anything else, but pretty good season so far. You've been competitive every single race for the second half of this season, really. Ever since Charlotte, you've just been on a roll, man, and right now you're looking at potentially getting third in your second ever season of PRA competition. 2 races left in the season. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty all right. I've noticed a trend recently where I've gotten pole and I end up getting like third every single time, and Corey ends up winning. And I'm hoping, really, really hoping I can break this and finally win. But other than that, I'm just hoping for top three finish per usual.
Yeah, for sure. And just what a great qualifying effort from you. You beat Core by 1.2 or no 0.129 seconds, 129 thousandths of a second. Just a really incredible qualifying effort there, truly. Of course, Core did have some issues with lag, but just a great job putting yourself in a great position early on. How are you going to put yourself towards winning here tonight and finally breaking that streak that you just mentioned of starting on the pole, finishing third?
I'm just gonna do the same thing I do every race. Be fast, be consistent, and just make sure I stay in front of Karinga. That's all I really gotta worry about.
All right, Daystriker Ally, anything for system?
System, you looked really fast in qualifying. Do you have any thoughts on the way your car handles tonight?
Well, I can tell you it handled better than the race. It feels really good. I like the turn, like the braking. Everything feels pretty all right.
Thank you.
Alrighty then, thank you. Anything for System Ally? Take that as a note. Let's head on to the next driver in line. One of our 2 championship contending drivers in Karinga. As you can see, he is on his alt account. He got banned during warm-ups, or suspended for a day during warm-ups. So here he is on his alt account, showing up for the race. Hello, Karinga. How are you doing tonight?
Hello. I'm doing good tonight. I am feeling a little nervous since this is the first race back in, I think 3 weeks or almost a month. I had surgery in between races, which is pretty interesting. I'm still sort of recovering, but that's not going to really deter my focus for this race, which hopefully is to try to get the win. But just hope for a good points day. Hope to be strong, stay in the top three. My real concern is only Tar, since he's subbing for Max, and that's who's second in points. But getting a strong points day is good enough for me.
Alrighty then. Daystriker, anything for Karinga?
I think I'm pretty set, honestly.
And Ally?
No.
Alrighty then, I got one more thing for you, Karinga. Right now, you're looking poised for this championship to put IR Motorsports back in championship victory lane for the first time since Season 2, to put yourself in championship victory lane for the first time ever, and to join an illustrious list of PRA drivers who get to call themselves champion. You have this race and one race after that to make it all happen, and just what are your thoughts on that? How are you feeling as you're this close? You just have to hold off Max Blugio for 2 more races. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling, pretty anxious, honestly pretty scared as well, since there is a lot of pressure on my back going into these next, this race and final race, which it is a lot of pressure, but you kind of just have to keep your head in it, just enter sort of a flow state, and you really can't make a mistake. So I'm just going to try to stay as much in the top three, get as much points anywhere I can as possible, which should eventually help out in the final race. I should also, as I mentioned, look out for the 31, since that is who is subbing for Max. But I think having a pretty decent points cushion for now. I think if I just get a good points day today, I think I can probably guarantee myself the championship for next week. But gotta capitalize today.
Alrighty then, thank you, Coringa, and I wish you the best of luck. You do have a chance at locking up, or pretty much locking up, this championship tonight, so go for that, and I wish you the best of luck.
All right, thank you.
Go ahead and rejoin VC system. You do the same if you haven't yet. And you know what? We'll get one more interview in. Let's go ahead and talk to DB, who got his first career win at this very track last season in the number in this 3-car, although for Lightning Fast Racing at the time. Hello, DB. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, you were the fastest car in practice. Unfortunately, qualifying didn't quite go your way, but you are in 3rd place, sporting this throwback scheme to your sophomore season as a PRA driver. How are you feeling coming into this race? How do you feel you can do and potentially snap that winless streak that you've had going all season long? Your last win was the Clash. Your last points-paying win was Pocono of last season, I'm pretty sure. So it's been a while, but now you have the chance to finally win again, to propel yourself a little bit in the points. You're not in championship contention, but you can get 5th. You can get maybe 4th. Just really, how are you feeling coming into this race, and how do you think you could potentially snap that winless streak, put yourself more in a good trajectory to begin season 6 in a few months' time?
Really, all I got to worry about is being fast and consistent. That's really all it is at this track, and be on pace with others like Core and System. They're really fast here. That's really all I got to worry about so far.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll see what's to come.
Yeah, for sure. And one more question before I turn it over to my co-commentators. This has been a very common question in the Peak Racing Association over this season. Fuel. Does it come down to fuel mileage? Most races this season it has. Today we're in a situation where it looks like you'll have to pit with about 20 laps left in the stage unless you save, in which case maybe you can finish the race, maybe you can't. What's your stance on that? What's your view on that, and what are you preparing for?
I think first fuel run of stage 3, I'm going to run it dry and then pit and then run it as hard as I possibly can and try to get that win.
Alrighty then. That's what I'm expecting, and seems like that's what you're expecting. I don't know what other drivers are expecting. I do know that Tar, who is a championship contender, he's fighting your ally in Core, by the way. Tar does seem pretty eager to try and save to the end. So, we'll have to be watching that. But, Daystriker, ally, anything for the number 3 car?
Crimson, you took the fuel question right out of my mouth. It seems like a lot of the races this season have come down to who can survive the best on fuel or who can manage it the best. And tonight is going to be one of those nights, I feel. Other than that, I think I'm set.
Alrighty then. Well, thank you for your time, DB, and I'm gonna let you go and get those last few moments of peace before we get going here from Nashville Superspeedway.
All right, thank you.
Goodbye. Go ahead and rejoin VC. Murillo, get off the roof of the pit box. What are you doing? Anyway, let's go ahead and head into our PRA pit box. I'll TP you, Daystriker. There you go.
Fine. Oh, never mind. Okay.
We're in the pit box of the number 71 today. We'll be watching this race from Systems pit box and view all of pit road stuff from right there. I do believe stage 3 is 70 laps. I do believe I forgot to add a choose cone to this track. I did. Whoops. Choose will just be on the start-finish line for when we need it. Anyway, without any further ado, let me change some driver. Get out of your car. I never said bro. Let me change cubed labs -2. Let me change aid labs -2. I have to do this with everyone, by the way. Change. And I'm doing this so that the commentators don't show up on the ticker, because I have a thing I need to do. Let me change Levi labs. And alright, there we go. That's everyone. Aiden's in the chase, DB's in the chase, Tar's in the chase, Core's in the chase, System's in the chase. We have 2 non-chase contenders in tonight's race. That's it. That's in Levi and Cubed. This is not the actual starting lineup. I don't really care to actually make it the starting lineup. Whatever. Blah, 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 blah. We're gonna hide the points. Da 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 da. And now it is time for the national anthem and command here from Nashville Superspeedway. Da, 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 da. Oh my gosh. Alright, I don't care. We'll just do this one. Oh wait, that one doesn't work. Frick. I need to find a new one. We'll do that one, I guess. I don't know. And if not, then we'll do like some other one. Like we'll do Orchard Pickleballs one. Alright. Please stand and remove your hats for the national anthem of the United States of America. Hold on a second. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? We'll do the one by Orchard Pickleball. Maybe that one was gonna work. If this just doesn't work anymore, I'm gonna cry. One more try.
Here we go.
Okay, we're ready now. We're ready now. Okay. Daystriker ally be muted. Okay. Oh, alright. Please stand and remove your hats for the national anthem of the United States of America.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare
that out of the way, first person to ping me and drivers only gets to do the command, by the way. With all that out of the way, it's just about time to get this party started from Nashville, Tennessee, and the Nashville Superspeedway. Please welcome your Grand Marshal for the greatest words in motorsports, fellow Peak Racing Association commentator and great friend of mine, member of the PRA Minecraft server as well. Might as well point that one out. Day Striker.
Drivers, start your engines!
7 engines get fired up here from Nashville Superspeedway in Nashville, Tennessee. The sun is headed down, this orange glow bathing the field as we get ready to go night racing in one of PRA's crown jewel events. Murillo, get off the pit box, dude. In one of PRA's crown jewel events, this is the Music City 200. The lights have turned on, and it's just about time to go. Pace speed, 90 miles an hour, single file pace. Field. First inside. Rolling off. Let's go ahead and get this, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Let's, I'm gonna lower the volume a bit. Alright. Alrighty then, let's go ahead and get your starting lineup here from Nashville Superspeedway. We'll go row by row. I'll do row 1. We'll get Ally for row 2, Day Striker for row 3, and then I'll round out the field. Alright. Row number 1 has the number 71 for Slight Job Danny Racing. That's System, sporting the breast cancer awareness paint scheme. And on his outside, IR Motorsports' championship contender in Coringa. He's going for his first championship in the second to last race of the season.
On row number 2, we have Season 4 championship contender for I Love Motorsports Garage, DB. And in the number 21, we have Aiden.
3, we have the 10 car of Cubed and the 31 Chevrolet of Tar.
He's subbing for Max Blugio tonight. That's your second championship contender. And rounding out tonight's field is the number 25 of Levi. Not a great qualifying effort, but we'll see how things go later on in this race. Now, fun stat, Coringa, I believe, has contributed to 1 or 2 of the tracks on the PRA schedule. This is one of them. And you know which other track he made? That was Iowa, and he won Iowa. He put on a powerful performance and statement at Iowa. So we'll have to see what he can do here tonight. And he's also the winningest driver, I believe, in all of PRA history in his short but illustrious career with IR Motorsports. So we'll see how all that goes. At any rate, let me. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo that, but it's fine. Alright. Alrighty then. With all that out of the way, it's GTT. So double up. Double up, double up. Odd number positions inside, even number positions outside. GTT, double up, double up, double up. Here we go. Nashville Superspeedway. And the Music City 200. It's going underway. This is it. 2 races left in the season to decide a champion. Core and Max Blugio, System on the pole, coming to the green. The Music City 200 is underway. one lap coming to a close here from Nashville. And we see a fight on for the lead between Coringa and System, and Core looks to be taking away that lead. No, System with the crossover, and side by side, two titans in the PRA field right now as DB tries to hold on to third behind a hard-charging Aiden Salvador.
Core has been
System over.
What have you picked? What have you picked? All right, Allies my second, Dean Striker my third. Ally, go.
Core has been near perfect this season, and if he is again for this one race for the Music City 200, he practically locks up the championship and takes it away from Max Blugio. He leads over System in second, who he's gotten by, and the pack has single filed out. We got a battle further in the back between the 31 and 10.
System looking to charge back on the outside of Core. It's not going to work through turn 2, but maybe a run forming down the back straightaway. And DB goes way down the track on the back straightaway. He's going to go side by side with Aiden for P3.
Has two very intense battles heating up between DB and Aiden. DB got his first win at this very track last season, and Aiden, he hasn't won very many times, but when he has, it's been in incredible fashion. He's looking for a win here tonight. They're fighting for third place, but up front, Coringa is still holding just barely ahead of System, and DB is trying to get into the picture.
System seems to be throwing it a little further into the corner than Core is. Core is getting the drive off, System's getting the drive in.
System also has that center rotation. Here he comes.
System got to the back bumper of Core, exiting turn number 2. He's going to look to the outside, entering turn 3. A drive deep into the corner. Looking to Coringa's outside. It's not going to work through 3 and 4. And down the front stretch, Core will extend his gap a little bit.
These guys already have a second on the rest of the field. They are just that elite. System drives up to the back of the 24, nothing there. Wonderful dive to the inside into 3 and 4. He stays in line to the outside. Goes to 71, but he does have to lift. He'll get the exit.
He got that crossover. He got that crossover side by side for the lead, and System can't hold it.
System driving it deep, bumps Coringa up the track once, twice, maybe 3 times, and even then Coringa gets the drive off out of turn 2. Down the back stretch, what will System do? He's not going to throw it in as deep, but still trying to get as much as possible over Coringa.
Eventually.
Yeah, he's holding on right now. He's not necessarily making that move. He's holding on. He's staying with that 24, and that's what matters. To the back bumper, drives it into the 24, gets a slight wiggle, but Coringa stays strong. System into the wall, and now that's a car length of breathing room. Make that 2.
Possibly 3 car lengths into turn 3. System wrapping the inside better than Coringa, but Coringa still with the drive off down the front straightaway. It's about a car length and a half, maybe 2 car lengths to the lead, and System is going to drive it into turn 1 and 2, but Coringa down low.
And eventually, he's just going to have to settle in and wait for the stage to end and then get right back at him. And it looks like that's what he's doing now.
Yeah, and looking further back right now in this field, we're seeing Tar subbing for Max Blugio in the 31. Not an impressive day so far. He's in 5th place. He's only ahead of Cubed and Levi right now. 5 seconds behind the leaders. Only 10 laps complete in the race. That just goes to show how much of an advantage right now Core has over this 31, because Max Blugio is not here. And also, a lot of people don't know this track doesn't quite drive like an intermediate. It's a hybrid between a short track and an intermediate. Corner speeds are about 20-30 miles an hour slower than we tend to see at intermediates in this league. So this is a very different driving track, and it results in a much more single groove, inside line kind of driving environment. And so this doesn't necessarily go more towards what Tar's been used to. His success in this league, his good finishes, have come more so at intermediates than this type of short track format where it's kind of a weird in between.
And as you were talking, Crimson, Karinga has extended his lead over System to about a second, a little over that maybe now. And the 24, he's driving off the corner much better than any other car that I've seen, as it's a 1.1 back to System and 3.5 back to DB.
He's just a step above the field that we've seen all season long. System was able to stick with him at the beginning of the race, but he was starting on the pole, and he had the opportunity to sort of send it into the corner and to hit the back of that 24. Now, Tar looking to the inside of the 30... Not Tar. Cube looking to the inside of the 31 at Tar. I believe these are the two closest cars on track.
Yeah, right now, Cubed is hounding down this 31. He's shown some signs of speed today, which we haven't seen much all season, and right now he's showing it, trying to compete with the winner, with the Darlington winner in Tar. Although at the same time, Tar hasn't been well known for pace necessarily in this league, but he's very, very good at saving fuel, and right now that is holding true. He's not necessarily up front. He's fighting for 5th place out of this 7-car field, but he is currently a driver who can manipulate this race as he sees fit later when it comes to stage 3, where fuel saving might be what you need to do.
You're just trying to throw it into the inside of the corner to get to the inside of Tar, and it's just not working. He lost a lot of time in 3 and 4, or on the exit of 3 and 4 trying to do that. He attempts it again. It works slightly better this time, but still not much going for him on exit.
Yeah, exit means everything here at Nashville, and right now, I mean, Core might just have the best corner exit of anyone. Look at how he drives off this corner, carrying so much speed, and he doesn't hit the wall. He's consistent, incredible. As we see further back, DB still holding ahead of Aiden down to that 3rd place position.
You've got by Tar. Tar's going to drive it into the inside. It's not quite going to work through 3 and 4, and Cubed is going to extend his gap over the 31. And Core has extended his gap, or no, System has brought the gap back down a little bit. DB's fallen off. Aiden has caught DB a little bit, as I've seen on the ticker.
Yeah, and as this race goes on, people's pace is going to change. As now System may have found himself in a little bit of a groove. He may have found that flow state that everyone's been talking about today, because right now he's closed the gap a little bit, but that lap he did lose time to the 24. So it's going to be interesting seeing these front two. You know who did gain time on the 24 that time, though? The number 3 car. DB's on a roll.
DB he's found something. Whatever it is, System might want to try to catch on to it before DB gets to him. And Core has extended that gap over System. DB's gap has dropped a little bit. The 3 looking like he might be catching the 71.
I believe Core, when System closed the gap, Core might have made a mistake there. The 3 and the 21 still fairly close in the back.
It's going to
Going.
really interesting to see how this matters, and mistakes mean everything, and we know this in Season 4. In Season 4, looking back, DB, he won that race, but he did not win that race necessarily off of pace. He was not the fastest car all day. He found himself in the lead on a little bit of strategy, a little bit of luck, and he found himself in the lead. And then from there, he just held his own. He held his own. He didn't make mistakes. And even when even when he got behind a lapped car and nearly spun out, he held his own, and he just did not let anyone pass. He was being hounded down by 2 cars all the way to the checker, and he still won that race. So what it's really going to come down here today is determination more than anything else.
Levi already 16 seconds back from the leader of Core. It looks like he'll be going a lap down before the end of the stage. The good news is that he might be the only car going a lap down. He is 17 seconds back now. So if you could get that free pass, not much would really change there.
Levi did tag the wall at a turn 4. I think he's been having a little bit of an issue with that most of the race. Just not being able to rotate off on exit, as he's going to almost do it there, but stays off that time.
He was really slow entering the corner from what I've seen back there in 3 and 4. Now 18 seconds back. He might be losing a second a lap every 2 laps, and a lap around here, I would say around 25 seconds. I might be wrong.
Laps around here are 27, 28 seconds. So we are expecting lap traffic before the stage comes to a close, but it should only be 1 lapped car in Levi.
Unless Tar falls back enough, which could happen.
Yeah,
But
he's just not
is
having a great
unlikely.
day so far. And Cubed is by far. The Cubed has just run away from him so far today.
Well, we've seen Tar come back from a few bad days quite a few times, so maybe he can do it again.
Cubed, watch the wall, please. Levi, watch the wall, please. As
I'm on board with Core's roof cam, and I can see Levi in 3 and 4.
oh yeah, for sure. So he's getting close. He's getting really close. I wouldn't be surprised. You have 21 seconds. That means it's just about 6 seconds now, maybe less, between him and race leader Karinga. And so we are expecting lap traffic. Levi can either play into the hands of System, or he can play into the hands of Core, or he can let both of them by. It's really going to this is his decision now. Lapped traffic gets to make a really big decision in this kind of thing. They can fight as hard as they want for their lap, and they can prioritize whichever driver they want. So does Levi like Core or System more? That's what's going to matter here.
That's one of the decisions that lap traffic does play a role in. How hard do they want to fight the leaders? Or do they want to fight them at all?
Yeah, blue flags only come in this league if the lapped car is being a hazard. Other than that, lap traffic can fight the leader as hard as they want. They can fight anyone as hard as they want.
And you see Levi on the wall in 1 and 2, pretty slow. On the same straightaway as the 24 now, Levi enters turn 3, still up in that outside groove, but Core can get down to the inside much faster. We'll see the gap as they come across the line. Levi is 24 seconds back.
It's just about
24 and a
3
half
seconds
back.
before. He's just about 3 seconds ahead of Core now. He's right
So that's
there.
about a lap and a half, maybe 2 laps from being put 1 lap down, as Core did tag the wall at a turn number 2.
I think the 25, as you said earlier, Day Striker, he's just struggling to get down the track. He's struggling to rotate the car.
And
You can
part of
see it
that,
now.
once again, comes down to the mentality of this being an intermediate. This track is not, well, I mean, it is an intermediate, but it is 1.33 miles. Compared to the usual intermediate, that is just about 0.18, I believe, miles shorter. And that makes a really big difference. This is also a relatively flat concrete oval, so lots of things are different with this track compared to a track like, say, Charlotte, Las Vegas. You have to have a different approach to it, and Levi's just so far struggling to get that down.
I had figured something out in that 1 and 2, but it's just not on the same pace as Core. Levi he can't get the car down the track, and that's one of the things you absolutely need to do in Nashville, especially with the way the banking is here. And Core is going to drive to the inside of the 25 in 1 and 2.
Levi is going to go up the racetrack. He is off the gas. It's going to let Core right on by. We'll see what happens when he gets to System. Looks like possibly more of the same thing.
Levi, watch the wall.
System
Core.
2.5 back of Core.
Core unstoppable today, and unless he gets messed up on a restart, I don't think it's stopping. Nobody thinks it's stopping, really. Unfortunately, including the other competitors.
System gonna door Levi up into the outside retaining wall. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. Out of turn 4, but System gets by Levi in the 25. System trying to charge to catch Core. I don't think he's gonna have enough though.
System is still losing time to this 24. I'm pretty sure this stage is locked up by the 24. And speaking of the stage, it's 3 to go in the stage. So 3 more laps before Karinga picks up 3 super neat points. And he would love that right now, especially because Tar is multiple positions out from those stage points. So Core's loving this day so far. Coming out of turn number 4 to 2 laps to go in the stage. Looking at the points, Karinga will pick up 3 points when he wins this stage. That'll put him to 2,068 points. And that is big for this 24 car. He gets 3 points more over the 31. That puts it to a 14-point gap. That is going to be huge come Homestead. Tar needs to prioritize these stages a little more, or else he's giving a huge, huge advantage to Karinga. White flag in stage number 1 for the 24. Unstoppable day. He has led, around 35 laps. Incredible performance so far. Core down the back stretch for the final time, and through turns 3 and 4 is going to claim stage 1 his own. The number 24 for IR Motorsports wins stage 1 again. System second, DB third.
Will come across the line in 4th. And Cubed 5th. Tar 6th, and Levi will round out the field in 7th.
Pits are closed. Levi, you cannot go around yet. What are you doing? Once pit road opens, Levi will be the lucky dog. He can pit and get a lap back. Pits will be opening this time.
Core asking it's
I'm aware. I'm not saying it because I said it during the drivers' meeting.
It looks like most drivers will stick to the same strategy here. Not much strategy to really be done. I think you just play it safe and you pit now.
There's no gain you get from not pitting now, so.
will lead the bunch.
Behold, Karinga, and by the way, you're supposed to enter pit road single file, and so that means, system, you are TTB.
Got pushed.
It does not matter, you have to be single file into pit road.
well,
You are also
I
way
was-
out of your pit box, so that's going to be a drive-through penalty come the green flag.
Well, I was going to say the number 1 pit stall really makes a really big difference, but it doesn't look like it will be now.
I did make it clear I'm going to be a lot stricter on penalties, especially involving pit road, now that it's in this season. And I'm going to be retaining that strictness through all of Season 6. And
So not
Levi,
only
you
does
can do
system-
your wave around.
So not only does System have to drop to the back, he will also be performing a drive-through penalty on the restart.
Yep, and he will
That's
have
gonna be a lot
3
to
laps
overcome for the
maximum
71.
after the restart to perform said drive-through.
That's going to be a lot to overcome for the 71 Chevrolet.
DB will start behind Core on the restart. We'll see it. More accurately, he'll start beside Core. We'll see what he can do.
Choose this time. Choose at the start-finish line. So, coming to the choose, go to the middle of the track, and then you will choose at the start-finish line. Let's see what the drivers pick. Core leading the field to the choose cone. Inside, outside, inside, 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 and Levi also goes inside. Almost everyone on the inside.
DB the only one to have chosen the outside on this restart.
And
Levi is ahead of you, System. GTT. Core will be leading us to the green. He can go anytime in the restart zone. Nobody can go before him. Here we go. Coming to the start of stage number 2. We're racing again from Nashville. Great jump for DB as he slots into the second spot in line.
Core got
just-
away on the restart though.
Core just immediately way ahead of the field. Some two-wide racing further back. System trying to go forward, but he's gonna slide up the track into Levi.
He saved it though, and onto pit road to complete his pass-through penalty. As Core has driven away by over half a second in one lap on the restart, and can DB close that gap back up?
As System completes his drive-through, he does still have to stay on the access road all the way through, though, and this access road can be treacherous if you don't know how to approach it, but he manages it just fine, and he's going to head back up onto the track. And you know who is right there? Coringa, just about a back straightaway away from this number 71. So, big setback for System. We'll see how he can overcome it over the course of this race.
Levi and Cube going at it at the back. Levi got to the back of the 10. Down the front straightaway they go. And it looks like they've figured that out.
As DB now the second car in line, this is he's just a little bit closer to that end
And there
goal.
goes Levi.
And there goes Levi spinning around further back. Single car on the back straightaway. Can he save it, or is he going to be? All right, he saves it. We're gonna stay green.
He somehow got it straightened out after bouncing off of multiple walls.
We'll
But
stay green. It was a few seconds. If he stayed slow on the track for a little longer, that would have been a caution. But we're fine, and we'll keep this stage going green. Coringa currently leading the way. DB just about a second behind.
Coringa is just able to turn his car better than anyone else. I don't know how he's doing it. much straighter exit as well. I think he's one of the only guys who's really stayed off the wall on corner exit in this race.
Core isn't even straightening out his exit. Core isn't even really straightening out his exit. He's just that much quicker. He's able to wrap the bottom. The only driver that I've seen trying to straighten out their exit is DB, and it's kind of worked out, but So right now, DB is just trying to mirror Karinga's line and stay sort of close, but not working out very well. 1.55 seconds now the gap. Potentially we'll see that line switch up a little bit for the 3 car, see if he can do something, anything, to start closing the gap on this 24.
While DB has been trying to catch Core, Aiden has been catching DB very quietly though. And not much time gained there out of turn 4, but I've been noticing the gap has been dropping between the 2nd and 3rd place drivers.
Cubed had caught up to Tar, and he still sort of has, but he gave a bump to the 31 that just killed his momentum out of turn number 4. Tar trying to use that 2nd line to get a run off the exit. Doesn't look like it's working that well.
Cubed is he's been right there with Tar. He'll get by sometimes he won't. They've been pretty equal so far this race. But up front, it's still Core leading the way, though DB has managed to stall the gap growth quite a bit so far. Now we're just waiting to see if he can start closing the gap. And never mind, that time by, he lost 0.3 of a second to that 24 car.
I feel like DB is starting to feel the pressure from Aiden, as Aiden is closed just about to the bumper of the 3 Chevrolet. Just takes 1 or 2 better corners for Aiden to really get into the inside of DB.
Now DB starting to try and use lines that work well for him, and that lap he once again, for the most part, stalled out the change in gap. The real question though is, can he start shrinking that gap? Can he start putting the pressure on Core? Because right now, unless he starts closing the gap to Core, nothing is going to come out of this.
Tar and Cubed still battling in the back. Cubed definitely needs a bit more help on exit. He is up into the wall, and nearly like most corners, and that's just killing his momentum, and it's not helping with his attempts to pass Tar. Got to the inside 1 lap. Aiden and DB going back and forth here. Aiden tries to go for the crossover on DB, but it's not going to happen.
Did tag the wall out of turn 4, and Aiden trying to drive back to the inside of DB, who does cover the line well.
He gets in the wall. Here comes the 21 again, back under the attack. DB taking the defensive line. They're both going to move up the track. This is the last thing they need. This is allowing Core to get away. DB's probably yelling at Aiden right now. Dude, leave me alone, let me focus. But Aiden, he wants that position. He wants to start chasing down this 24 car for himself, because clearly these two have conflicting beliefs in what strategy is going to work out right now.
And one guy I don't think we've talked about much is System, since he's taken that pass-through penalty. He is 25 seconds off of the leader. He has to fight these next 20 laps to stay ahead of the 24. Levi's coming up. He's going to be a lap car again.
It's going to be really interesting to see how this works out. Levi and System are 2 cars that Karinga can see. Or maybe not Levi quite yet, but it's getting really close. And it's gonna
First
get
game of Karinga.
It's going to get really interesting to see how this affects Karinga's dominant day so far. If Karinga catches up to System, then that's a whole new can of worms for that's a whole new can of worms, because System does have the pace to fight this 24. And then Levi might come into the picture and make this a 3-car issue. So it's going to get really interesting here.
I do think System is much faster than Levi. If System can get by Levi, I'd say he's got a decent chance of staying on the lead lap. But the way Core is able to wrap the inside is just so much better, and he's also catching System at an alarming rate.
We have a
Although
car
the
on
gap
pit
has-
road, by the way, and that's Levi in the 25. So a very interesting strategy potentially arising, but I don't see how this is going to work out. And he is parking it. He's
Levi
DNFing
radios
for
in, DNF.
lag. And I can read the chat, D-Striker. Stop. So that is a big, that gives System big sigh of relief. He doesn't have to worry about this car in front of him anymore. Now he just needs to worry about the car behind him. Karinga. Core is slowly closing the gap on the 71. He wants to get System a lap down, because what that does is that forces System to be at the back on the next restart. That puts more work that he has to go through to get back up to the 24, and that's something that he would love, because right now System's the only guy who could potentially compete with Karinga, and Core wants to do anything to trap him in the back of this field.
What we've seen a lot today, we've seen cars getting really close, but not much actual movement happening. This track is really a bottom feeder, so it's a bit harder to make passes than other tracks like Charlotte or Kansas, tracks like that.
Yeah, for sure. A very, very bottom dominant track. You can get close to another car, and as I'm talking, we see a battle between Tar and Cubed. These two have probably fought the most of anyone so far today. They have been going back and forth, trading positions all day long, putting on a show for these racing fans here tonight.
Core catching System slowly but surely. Just a lane lower and so much more momentum the 24 is able to carry. He's got that gap to about 25 seconds now, once again.
It's 2 seconds. 2 whole seconds between him and System, and that's not a lot. When you think about it, that really is not much. Karinga is just chiseling down time from this 71 car, and it takes a really long amount of time to complete something. But right now, Core is set on tramping System a lap down, and I bet it's gonna get really interesting seeing like how quickly Aiden and DB could potentially close the gap to the 24 if Core does get caught in a fight with this 71. So it's really just a matter of time seeing how things play out. But there's only 10 laps to go now, so might be too late for DB and Aiden.
DB comes across the line 4.7 back of Core. I don't think with just the one lapped car they'd be able to close that much.
The field is back separated again. DB has pulled away from Aiden. Core is a league ahead of them. System really the only thing I could see happening before the end of the stage, unless Tar and Cube go back at it.
And I'm seeing a very interesting line that Karinga's using. This is a line that I think, honestly, the last time I've seen anything similar to it was Las Vegas of this season. I don't think I've seen a line quite like this since then. So he is going way back to a race which he nearly won. The only car who was ahead of him in that one was EJ Designs. So he's pulling all the way back in his skill set from Las Vegas earlier this season, running a line similar to that to close the gap on system. And you can just see as we watch this roof cam as Karinga inches closer and closer to Slide Job Danny Racing 71.
I'm sure if he did catch System might not play nice with them. Because
I don't think he would either.
I mean, he's a contender for the win. If System can stay on the lead lap, he does not have to restart at the back. Well, he will, but... Okay, yeah.
He's a contender for the win. He's a contender for getting a third place from Slam Door. I mean, heck, he literally needs one more point to do it. So he's going to, at this point, get third from Slam Door no matter what after this race. But, man, just this is interesting. And the emotions are definitely bottled up after those 2 penalties got him trapped down there. So this restart might get interesting. This restart might get interesting too.
We are past halfway now as we have 4 laps to go in stage number 2. Does System have what it takes to hold Core back for just 4 or now 3.5 more laps?
Just applied the halfway bonus to Karinga's points. 2,069 points now for this number 24 as we reach 3 laps to go in the stage.
System falling back fast, but I'm not sure if Core will be able to lap them. They are really close. Down the back straightway. Into turn 3 goes System, followed closely by Core. It looks like he'll have enough to hold him off.
Core just driving it a little bit deeper into the corner now. Core sees his target, he knows he's faster, and he's just pushing his car just a little harder just to see what he can do. And possibly, if need be, what he needs to do to get around System, should System be in front of him coming to the last few laps of this race.
Here we go, white flag in stage number 1 for Karinga, and he's gonna catch System right here. Does he choose to lap the 71? Can he lap the 71? He's gonna drive it in. He's gonna do everything in his power to keep this 71 a lap down, keep him in the back of this field. But there ain't much he can do. System squeaks away, and Karinga, with one last lunge, is gonna head out of turn number 4 to sweep the stages for another time. I can't even count how many times he's done it, but he sweeps them again in Season 5.
Now it'll be interesting to see this restart, considering what we saw in the last one. With everybody except DB going to the inside lane, trying to get the benefit of being on that first lane instead of the second or potentially being shoved up to the third.
For sure. For top 3 in that stage, Karinga, DB, and Aiden as we prepare for the final stage of racing. Pits are open this time for what is most likely going to be the second to last stop of the day, because I just don't see Tar being able to save. I don't see it. I really, really do not see it. I mean, maybe, but it's close if he can. It's a little different than the last stage 2 in terms of fuel, so I don't know. This might be a saving race, but I'm not sure. Here we go into pit road.
Core leads him down.
And I
And-
think that 24 just got a speeding penalty.
And now we'll see the first pit stall come into play here. System has tees at the back of the field trying to make up positions.
And
Everyone
System
good into their
stopped
pit
in his
box.
box. And Core did speed.
Core got a level 1 speeding penalty. That sends him all the way to the back. DB now has the race lead. Shades of Season 4, in which a caution led to DB taking the lead away. Do we see a repeat here tonight of the events of Season 4? Choose this time. And how does the field set themselves up for what could be the final restart of the day? Inside,
And now-
outside, inside, inside, outside, inside. This is gonna be interesting.
System
And-
back up to the front row with that pit stop. And Tar will will stay in line behind him.
Green
Aiden.
this time.
Aiden lines up behind the 3 of DB. Will DB be able to get away on this restart? Or will
Remember, the
System
leader.
take control on the outside.
Remember, the leader controls this restart, so DB will get the jump no matter what. Nobody can go before the 3 car goes in this restart zone. The 3 can go anytime in this restart zone, so he's gonna get that jump. He is gonna get clear. It's pretty much guaranteed. There it is. There's the jump, but System stays alongside. Can DB clear?
Aiden
For
drives
seemingly
down.
the first,
Go ahead.
for seemingly-
DB gets clear onto the back straightaway. Coringa getting caught up in some chaos further back. And it's a dogfight now for this lead with 4 cars under a blanket as DB finally gets a taste of the lead.
System ahead of Core. He'll slide in ahead of Danny, or ahead of Aiden, and into turn number 1. System's gonna drive up to the outside quarter panel of DB. Not quite able to get there, but down the backstretch he'll have the run.
DB's gonna have to do something here. He can't let this 71 get the inside of him. And he's just gotta park it on System, not letting anyone get by him as Coringa starts making his way to the inside of Aiden.
For seemingly the first time today, Core has had to pass many cars, and he's done it well so far, but
We've not seen how this 24 performs in traffic with Aiden pounding against him, and now System fighting for the race lead with the 3. These
With
are
this-
2 very feisty drivers. The 3 of DB, he's been hungry, craving this win all season long. And System, he wants to end this winless streak. And now Core, who's fighting for a championship, he is involving himself in this battle. 3 wide for a second for the lead. And now they haul single file out into turns 3 and 4. And now DB gets moved by the 21. Horrible, disastrous lap for DB.
Core looking to the outside of System for the race lead. He'll try to cross him over now to the inside. Core not quite able to get there out of the corner. He did look at the quarter panel though, wasn't enough. Where's Core gonna go this time? He can't get to the inside of System, and System will have a better corner in 3 and 4.
But System gets into that wall that's gonna slow him down. Down into 1 and 2. Core slowly approaching the 71 again as DB and Aiden fight behind. System finally in the lead after a disastrous stage 2. He finds himself in the lead when it matters most in stage 3. And now he
Here comes Core.
is fighting with the 24 of Core.
and the
System
top
back clear the 24.
And the top two have had two of the fastest recoveries today, side by side down the back straightaway. The 24 and the 71 into turn number 3. Core is gonna clear. Back to the lead. Kuringa in the 24.
System only
That
has
was
one
almost
shot to stay with
disastrous.
this 24 here, and it's going to be turn 1. Core does hit the wall. Where's System going to go? He goes to the outside, stage 1. This is shades of stage 1. Deja vu, and he moves the 24 up. Here comes the 3 of DB.
A lap ago, Core almost had disaster strike as he got into the 71 as the 71 was hitting the wall out of turn 2, but he fought that off. System back clear of the 24 though. Core looks back to the inside. DB with a run. Are we gonna see 3 wide into turn 1? DB's gonna move Core. System around the outside, and Core will clear out of turn 2.
Core
And now
has
System once again has to make that decision to get he only has really one shot to keep up with this 24 of Kuringa, and it's gonna be right here. So is he gonna take it, or does he settle for second, or does he fall to the risk of DB taking third? It's gonna get interesting, and System drives it in.
But it's
Turn
not
2, it
go.
looked- It did work.
Let
System is still there with Core.
But it's not going to be enough out of turn number 2. System tries in 3 and 4, but it's not enough. Core with 2 car lengths more over the 71, and it's back to domination for the 24, unless the 71 can send it in far enough.
System needs to change his approach. Corner entry is not what you want to be prioritizing. You need that center speed. You need that exit speed. System needs to change up his approach to stay with this 24, because driving it in just is not going to work. Core's been so good on the exit of the corner. System loses by sending it in. So what is he going to do now that he needs to catch this 24 to break this winless streak? Because right now, DB, he's hounding down on the back bumper of System. He wants second place. He wants to chase down this 24, and he knows he can. It's going to get interesting.
Down the front straightaway. System lost a little bit more that time. I think it was because of 1 and 2. And now DB to the inside of the 71. They're going to go side by side behind the 24. The 71 into the wall.
Whoa!
The 3 almost around off his back bumper.
That could have been bad. Needs to slow down for a second, catch his breath. DB punts the 71 out of the way. No, thank you. Now System giving a little bit of contact, almost spinning himself out. He's into the wall. Disaster for the 71 as he loses his temper. And now DB has a clear shot at Kuringa down to the inside. It's now 2 legends fighting it out. 2 allies fighting it out for the race lead in Nashville with just about 50 to go. And here comes Aiden into the picture along with, once again, System as Core hits the wall. And that's bad news for this 24 now. Look at all the ground he has to make up. He's frozen. He's stuck on the track. He's stuck in a cone. That's going to bring out the caution. And oh my goodness, what a turn of events as Core gets unstuck. But he's still stopped on the track. And Core needs to rejoin. DB with the lead. Holy moly, what just happened?
That was insane. As we were just nearing the 2/3 mark of this race. Cubed and Tar both said they were on pace to make it. This caution is going to change everything, I think.
And we are still under caution as we wait on Core. I'm going to TP Core. Core, since you are rejoining, you are going to be restarting a lap down.
And I'm pretty sure that is pretty solid championship implications as well.
Wow. This is big. And now, man, I don't even know what happens. By the way, you can still pit with the field. You're just going to be starting a lap down. Tar, they're solid because they're supposed to keep you from freaking going on the track. If they're not glidable, then that doesn't stop anyone, does it? Logic, hello? Pits are open this time. So now it's gonna be DB, Aiden, System Core's gonna be a lap down, so that changes a lot. Core, you are required to pit with the rest of the field, by the way. Just so that you don't have like a weird amount that like, yeah. Here we go, headed down into pit road as we see what happens. Core clean into pit road, or not Core, DB. Everyone else single file in as per PRA procedure, and we get ready to see how this final stretch of pit stops goes. This might be Core's race over. All right, what in the world? 31, 10, and 21 will all be TTB. And that, wow. Core, as you are a lapped car, you will still be behind the TTB cars.
Core cannot catch a break now, as
He needs a caution. That is the only way he can get himself back in this, unless he somehow magically drives around the entire track, but I don't see that happening. This is gonna get interesting. Choose this time. So once we come back around to the start-finish line, we will choose and get ready for a restart. DB now is in prime condition to win this race. It's going to be between him, System, and Aiden. I don't see anyone else making a run for it, as Core is trapped a lap down. Wow, this is gonna get interesting. Coming to the Jews here from Nashville.
we'll have 45 to go on
45
green.
to go. So there might be a little bit of saving involved. I'm not quite sure. I think there will be a little bit of saving involved, but that shouldn't be any problem for these guys.
Inside, outside, inside, inside, outside, inside for the field. As System will line up alongside DB once more.
Yeah. Not GTT. Aiden ahead of Core. Okay, now it's good. GNT. As get ready for the restart. Now it is GTT. So DB is the control car. He can go anytime in the restart zone. Nobody can go before the 3. That means I should not see System ahead of the 3 because DB controls this restart. He should be able to clear himself in 1 or ahead of 1. This leader advantage for DB on this restart is going to be crucial as we restart with 104 laps to go from Nashville. Well, not 104, sorry, 44 laps to go in Nashville. Here we go for a restart. Green flag. We're underway. And a great jump for DB. he's going to get clear in this corner.
Yeah, he will.
Oh,
Inside
but
lane.
cubed! Making a move to the inside, going for that race lead. Not going to be able to make it stick, though, and now he's side by side with System, and he's going to back out of it.
Now, what can Aiden do? As Aiden's trying to get around Tar, Core's trying to get around the whole bunch. He's going to have to do that twice in order to come back around to win. And System still using the second lane, coming down to try to straighten the exit out of the corner. DB's going to stay in front of the 71, but the 71 with a huge run. DB overblocks, and System to the outside.
Now it's a fight between these leaders to see who can get clear again. DB able to make it work. System can't get that outside lane run, and DB's going to maintain the lead for just a little longer here, and going to make sure to protect that inside from System as System goes way up the track. And hello, Aiden. Aiden trying to get himself involved in the action as Core, a lapped car, he's still cutting his way through the field. He's trying to give himself any chance he can that's salvaging anything out of this race.
System has been abusing the back bumpers of anyone in front of him for pretty much the entire race, trying to just move him, muscle him, give himself any advantage he possibly can, but it's just not working tonight.
And here's what it's going to come to. This is still going to be the longest run of the day. And we saw how close it got in... Oh, one car sliding! That was System, he saves it, but he passed underneath the track surface. He does have to give up the position, as now 3 wide with a lapped car, and here comes Aiden getting involved.
System lost more time than he really ever wanted to with that move. They did make contact up into the wall. System nearly spinning, but he did save it. And now Core.
The best thing for DB to do here is let Core by. Core's a lapped car. DB does not need to finish ahead of this 24. He needs to watch the 21 and 71, who are now both on his back bumper. Shades of Season 4 once again. Late race, DB leading. 2 cars hounding him down, and lapped traffic to worry about as well.
Aiden to the inside of the 3. He's going to make it work better than the 71 this time. DB into the wall out of turn 4, and Aiden is going to lead.
Aiden finally getting a taste at the lead in the 21, but DB's not going to give up. He moves Aiden out of the way, side by side again onto the back straightaway.
DB will clear Aiden heading into turn 3. System making his way back into this picture. He's going to look to the outside of the 21. He is there. System much faster than the 21 Mustang.
Wow, stuff's getting interesting. DB now with the lead again. Aiden fighting with System. And now is a chance for DB to potentially learn a little bit off of Karinga if Core wants to help out his ally perchance to maybe get a win. I mean, heck, this is still a great points day for Karinga. Fantastic, exactly what he needs. So maybe he can teach DB a thing or two to stay ahead of a mutual enemy in the 71 System.
System has gotten by Aiden. Now his next target is going to be the 3 of DB. It's kicking off.
It's getting interesting.
There goes System. He lunges it. Just about clear, but DB fights back on the outside. System made a move from about 3/10 back. He'll clear DB. Out of turn 4 and into the wall. Not by much, though. DB back to the back bumper of the 71, down into turn number 1. And Aiden to the inside of DB now. Aiden will clear the 3. System leads, Aiden second, DB back to third.
But these two are still under a blanket. Anything could happen. DB once again punting Aiden out of the way, focusing on the 71. He doesn't want to let System go. He knows System is the fastest of these 3 cars. He cannot let System run away.
And we are closing down on 30 to go in a couple more laps. DB trying to use anything he can to catch the 71.
It's working. Whatever he's doing is working. He's closing the gap. Closing. Not hitting the wall. Beautiful. And he is just a little bit closer to System than he's been last time by. What can he do this time? Gonna touch the bumper. Move him up a little bit. And now, as they continue to fight side by side, man, it's getting interesting. It's staying interesting. 30 laps to go almost, and there's still 2 cars right there fighting each other for this win.
Aiden has lost about a second now a second and a half over the 71 and the 3. The 71 and 3 keep fighting though, and System had the better corner in 1 and 2. He'll pull away from the 3 just a short amount.
Man, this is just... I don't even have words for this. This is a Nashville race that will go down in history. Drama, championship implications, and a fight to the end. This is going to go all the way to the end. I almost guarantee it, to determine who wins tonight. And I don't believe fuel's going to be anything to worry about. I'm pretty sure this race is going to come down to who is the better driver.
DB has been reeling the 71 back in just ever so slightly every lap. Just a little bit. Every corner helps. DB back to the bottom a lot quicker than the 71.
And
although the gap expands a tiny bit.
For sure. And I'm going to take a quick break, brace myself for the final 25 laps of this race. Let's have a quick crank it up now that everything's calmed down, everyone's settled in, shall we?
That sounds like a good idea.
And welcome back to Nashville Superspeedway after a short crank it up. As you saw just now, DB took the lead away from System, and now they're caught once again in a heated battle for the race lead with 32 laps to go here in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm aware, Murillo, and he's going, and he didn't catch anyone else. He wasn't around anyone else, so no caution. Anyway,
DB has a 2.5 gap to the 71 of System, and System looks to have had a way better corner exit than DB there.
and just, man, like these two are right on like the same level. I don't know who's going to come out on top at the end of this. It could go either way. Every few laps they're trading spots, making moves on each other. What a great battle we're being treated to right now. And I'm struggling sometimes to find words to even commentate this. I'm just in awe seeing this incredible battle for the lead as DB gets a little bit into the wall, and now System right on the back bumper.
System using his bumper once again, as he's been doing all night. System very aggressive with the nose cone of these race cars, and DB looks to have blocked System just a little bit as he goes up the track, and System playing with the throttle a lot mid-corner.
Now let's take a look at this telemetry on the 71 of System, looking at how much he plays with the throttle. Right there is very simple, just brake, a little bit of lifting maybe, and then right back into the gas, but that allowed DB to run away. Taking a look at what DB's doing, sometimes he plays with the throttle and sometimes he's really simple. It just depends on what you need. And DB's just been doing a great job all day long, prioritizing exactly what he needs.
System
And,
got a better entry that time.
Prioritizing exactly what he needs, and just, man, it's going to be close between these two. Right now, though, I do see the advantage having gone in the favor of the three, looking to snap a season-long winless streak. It has been 20 races since he won last. He last won in the Season 5 Clash, and it's been even longer since then. His last points-paying win was Season 4 Pocono, so it's been a while. Or was it Season 4 Chicago? I think it was Pocono. So it's been a while. And, oh man, blocking all the way down to the line between these two. Very aggressive racing. But as I was saying, it's been a while, and he's hungry. He's hungry to finally win it again.
If DB wins tonight, wouldn't that be also back-to-back wins at this very racetrack?
Yes, he would be a two-time champion of the Music City 200, which is a crown jewel event in the association.
Aiden caught a little bit. Aiden might have found something. He was 1.4 back a lap ago, and this last time by he was 1.1 back.
Do you remember, though, these two cars in front of him have been battling non-stop, and they did just have a very big near incident in turn 1 a lap or two ago. And you see now, System was expanding that gap on Aiden, but DB is falling back. What happened to the speed on that 3 car?
Is it possible for DB to mount a charge as we come to 13 laps of racing to go? Core has passed Tar as well. That is 4 position.
Now, yeah, Core has passed 31. That is 4 position, and now that swings the overall point stay back in Core's favor. It was already still in his favor, but that confirms it in his favor now. He is going to gain at least 1 point on Tar if this race stays exactly as it is. And that is really good, as we see fighting for the lead. DB has made up the time, and he is now fighting once again with System for this precious race lead in Nashville.
System bumped him up the track again, though. The 3 must be getting frustrated with the way System has been driving him recently, or as of late, as he laid the bumper to the back of the 71 right there. Not quite enough to get him out of his way. As we have 11 to go, DB moves System up the track just like System moved him up the track not long ago.
These two drivers are two of the most aggressive and passionate drivers in this league. They are two of the most aggressive, passionate drivers that I've seen in road racing as a whole. They will do almost anything to get this win right now. And in doing that right now, they're bringing a third car into the equation. Here comes the 21.
I was about to say, don't look back now, but the 21 has reeled in the 2 leaders. It's a 3-car battle for the race win as System parks it on the bottom of the racetrack. Aiden gonna push DB. DB gets tight. They both slide out of turn 4. System blocking for his life now as we have 9 laps to go.
And this is some of the most physical racing I've ever seen in DB. That's going to be a warning. That's a little too aggressive. DB driving up the inside of Aiden. Wow. That just goes to show what these drivers are fighting for, how much they want this win. And right now, System is still hanging on with this race lead.
System with a couple of incredible blocks down the front stretch a lap ago. And now DB trying to close the gap back in from 3/10 away.
And it's still it's no longer really 3 cars under a blanket, but there's 2 cars fighting and lapped traffic coming. And it's so many things that are similar about this race and Season 4. Do we see lap traffic interfere again? Or does Tar get out of the way for these leaders? What does Tar want to do? He can fight as hard as he wants. He can be as much of a hassle as he wants. So what is he going to do? And you hear his response in chat. He says no. And that means this is on. He's not going to just let these leaders by. This is going to be another car for System and DB to worry about. Another car that could drag Aiden back into this equation with 6, almost 5 laps to go.
Not only that, but it can also make System be a forced pick on the 31. Can DB set it though? Does he have the right spacing to set the pick that is needed to get around System?
DB trying to make the outside work. It just isn't working out in his favor. And System still ahead with 5 laps to go. If DB is going to make the pass, he's going to have to make it soon. And whether that is a send on the last lap like we've seen him do before, it's going to be a finish to remember here in Nashville. And there it is. System on the outside of Max Blugio. Here comes DB trying to use him as a pick. Or not.
We're gonna
Max
fight.
Blugio, Tar.
He tried to block System. It didn't work. DB into the back bumper of Tar. It's not gonna move him out anyway though. 3 laps of racing, all coming down to the wire. Here comes Tar back to the inside of the 71. Up the track System goes, and DB is gonna take the lead away.
What a move! This might be for the win! System's not giving up yet though! Fighting to get past Tar to the inside of the 3. Here comes Aiden into the picture again. 4 cars under a blanket. 2 laps to go from Nashville. And let me do this call, please. Into turn 1. Into turn 1. It's anyone's fight. As System gets through again, as does DB. Aiden gets through as well. 3 cars under a blanket coming to the white flag in Nashville. Who's gonna get it done as System comes out of turn 4 to take the white flag presented
Flag.
by Debit 2 Bank. Here we go. Into turn 1.
Aiden
System's
is
way
gonna
out
push
there.
DB through the corner.
Aiden's way out there. Your system's way out there. I think he's good. DB can't do anything. I think we know who it's going to be tonight as DB sends it in, does everything in his power to change the race outcome. But it's not going to be enough. System gets it done and wins in Nashville. And they crash big
after
time
the
behind.
line. Man,
Wow.
what a finish.
Desperation. And too little too late for the 3. Heartbroken. I cannot imagine what is going through DB's mind right now.
Congratulations, system. DB must. The emotion I feel from the 3 car. A heartbreaking loss, honestly.
And system, go ahead and go to the start finish line. Everyone else to pit boxes. MLL goes to Karinga. That's another point. Any arguments can go in the arguments channel. No, it doesn't matter because I'm going to turn off fuel. I'm going to turn off your fuel. Wow. Yes. I have control over all of that system. Alright, yeah, because I just have to delete the gas script. There you go. Add velocity and add velocity can go away, spin physics can go away. I don't know why there's 2 add velocities, I'll have to look at that. Smooth decel can go away, alright. And I have to... Did I move the... I didn't. Frick, okay. F9. Or not that, logs, or server, or... Frick. Wait, what am I doing? Server, there we go.
I might have to go do commentary for another league I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah, tonight might be a busy night for me in the broadcast booth. Just got done with the 150 laps here. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do for the other league though.
We need to turn up that turn speed. Alright, that should be good. And all we need to do now is add the smoke, and then system gets to go crazy. I'll let you know when it's ready, system. Just hang tight. You know when to go. It's when I say those very special words. All right, system. Finally. Go crazy. Oh wait, did it not work? That's awkward. Just go up against the wall. I'm too lazy. Besides, a good wall burnout's pretty neat anyway. Print screen. Print screen. Alright, there we go. Alright, you can go ahead and head to Victory Lane, system. There ain't many interviews to do. We'll interview DB. We'll interview system. I unfortunately can't really interview freaking yeah, anyway. Alright, we'll go ahead and get an interview with System in a second, but first let's interview DB, and I bet there's, if you want an interview, I bet there's a lot of, heartbreak right now. Do you want to interview DB, or nah? We'll come back to him in a second. Let's go ahead and interview your race winner, system first. Let's get that. Let's get those pictures. Aiden and system. Bro, pick a spot to stand, Aiden. Golly. Alright. Nice. Alrighty then, there we go. Let's go ahead and interview your race winner, system, and then we'll come back to DB if he's here. Hello, system. How are you doing today?
Amazing.
You just won the you just won for the first time since what, Charlotte? So congratulations there, sir. Great win for you. Gets you further up. Okay. Just a few. Holy crap. Great points day. Another win to add to your resume. And you win in a crown jewel. You win 250 Robux tonight. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty amazing, if I can be honest with you. From stage one, I knew I was fast. I tried my best. Karinga's got way far ahead. Stage two, I thought my race was over. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought Karinga was gonna lap me, and that's gonna be. But I mean, Karinga just bailed me out, and I got the win. So I'm pretty happy, honestly.
And a lot of interesting things to talk about. For example, desperation on the last lap. You know, DB made that send on you. He almost got the win from doing so. And it comes from a place of desperation. I think you and I both know that very well. But how do you feel when that's done to you? And just how do you feel about that? How about legitimacy of that move? And if it's really okay to do that? I mean, you almost lost this race because of that. I mean,
If I'll be honest, I knew it was gonna come no matter what. It's the last lap. It happens. if it's earlier in the race, I'm gonna get annoyed. I'm gonna get mad, but I'm gonna have to let it go because it happens. Honestly, it's fair in a way, but also really unfortunate for the person who bottom for the way and just gets bumped out the way and just lose the race because of that. I don't like it, but it's racing. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, I know I'd honestly, if it came to me at that point, I mean, this is a year's worth of desperation piling up on DB. This is a year and a half since his last win. I mean, it gets real. I mean, in that situation, I know I'd do the same thing. But hey, at least you didn't lose the race because of that. I mean, heck, your team owner in Aiden literally, or not your team owner in Aiden. Oh yeah, your team owner in Napa. Sorry, your team owner in Napa. I'm pretty sure literally lost a race last season to the same thing from the same guy. So this is a very real thing for you. But you won this race. That's what matters right now. And you won it in a close finish too. I believe it was 0.067 seconds. That might be the second or third closest finish in PRA history. So I mean, hey. But overall, just how are you feeling, and how does this set you up for potentially having one last good race this season in Homestead before gearing up for Season 6?
This will definitely give me motivation for Homestead. I know I'm out of the championship. It was a good run. From not being here for a while, coming back, making playoffs, and having the run that I did. Honestly, I'm very motivated for Season 6. I'm glad that I came back. I'm glad that I got so far. I'm glad I got these wins. And just one more thing I'm glad for, because it's November, Thanksgiving, of course. I'm glad for my teammates and team owners. I love them with all my heart.
Well, we'll see. All right then. Well, congratulations on your win. Celebrate hard, and thanks for your time.
Anytime.
And let's see if DB wants an interview. If DB, if you're there, do you want an interview or no? Yeah? Okay. Let's head on over to DB, get an interview with him, and then wrap it up tonight. We'll try and be quick. All right. Hello, DB. How are you doing?
I don't even know what to feel right now, but I mean, I can't be upset. I mean, he was just fast all day. I mean, he deserved the win, but it's just a heartbreaker, I guess.
I'm sure this hurts a lot for you. This is a year and a half since your last win in the Peak Racing Association. You're 0.067 short. I mean, that's a hard thing to stomach. You fought really hard throughout this race. There were a lot of really rough moments. I mean, but you kept going. What really pushed you to keep going, even on that last lap when he was so far ahead? What pushed you to make that last second move to send it into the corner, give it everything you had for that win?
I mean, this is most likely my last chance to get a win this season. I mean, Homestead next week is not one of my best tracks, so I just went for it, knowing that Core wasn't there either. Because thank the Lord for that. I'm just thankful that he had an issue, but that was my only chance to get the win, and I kind of I let that chance go. So I'm just thinking about all the ways all the things that I could have done differently, but things happen.
Alrighty then. Thank you for your time. P2 today. That's the 3 of DB. Alrighty then. Well, long race. I have dinner to eat, and then I have points to do, and I will, of course, be doing my usual post-race after-party type of thing in General VC, but man, wow, a lot of stories, a lot of controversies, a lot of championship implications, and unfortunately, desperation moves. Most of the time, they don't quite work out, and tonight was one of those nights. Points will be done soon. Make sure to join the Discord server. Links in the description down below to catch up on that. And we'll see you in 1 week time for the season finale 150 at Homestead, where it's gonna be really close between Core and Max Blugio. And to be honest with ya, it's really likely that Karinga is your Season 5 champion. I'm pretty sure he hasn't locked it up, but he's just about the closest you could possibly get to having locked it up. So, this is pretty much guaranteed a Karinga championship. IR Motorsports is going to be celebrating tonight, and, man, I don't got anything else to say. Thank you for tuning in and watching the race tonight in the Music City 200 at Nashville Superspeedway. I was Crimson Insul, your host for today's event, and we'll see you in 1 week time to wrap up Season 5 on a good note. See you later.